Welcome to the Brox and Max channel. Saturday morning, pretty gloomy, rainy, all sorts of crap. Gonna get rain all day. So I guess I have to take the opportunity to go after something that I've been kind of looking at for a few years, and finally they just want to get rid of it. So before they change their mind, I gotta hop in this and go get it. Of course, I was somewhat legal with my oversized load. If you look down the trailer a little bit, couldn't quite get it inside 102. This side is a little bit less. So what is this thing? Actually, there's three pieces on here. You got this framing with this one axle, this axle, and you have this cap for some type of a tank, and you have this thing. Kind of unique, pretty early. Clearly these are from the 20s. Can't really see much on them. It does say Smith on the hubs, and then there's no tags other than this little insignia on the back. Maybe there's a little stamp right here, but I don't think it amounts to much. Save this number when ordering parts. Licensed under the Cardo patent. Pretty cool. Glad that survived at least, but look at the brakes on this thing. Clearly that wasn't used for this kind of repurpose because, well, there's the pieces, they're all chopped off. Mechanical brakes. And it's all there too. It's got brand new tires on it. Let's see what the size, what size are they? 40? 40 by 14. I'm a pretty tall guy, even though it's on the lowboy, and I'm right about eye level to here. It's a pretty heavy piece of steel, never mind the rubber. And then very, very faint. Looks like it says L-A-R-E-E-R. Or maybe L-A-P-E-E-R. I believe this was repurposed. Well, this was a rear end out of a truck. You can see that the pinion has long been gone. They welded a plate up just to cover it. The hubs are grease. I'm 100% sure about that, so they weren't concerned at all about any of that. So once I take this, what looks like the end of a railroad car, end of the tank anyway, and then this little trailer dolly, it's missing the fifth wheel. I think there was a fifth wheel that was once upon a time on there. Maybe I could be wrong. Anybody want to comment on there, go ahead. Then this front axle, and the way I know it's And how it's a front axle is you got the I-beam there, and you got some steering mechanism, and this hooked to something once upon a time to make everything steer. Should probably straighten that out and put that pin in. That's pretty important. Keep it going straight. I believe this was a repurposed little lowboy thing for moving something around, whether it was a piece of equipment, something heavy, something that obviously needed to be low. And I don't know what pulled it. Not sure. But you know what? It survived, and I had to have it because it's kind of part of my theme that I like. I like the stuff from the 20s. Look at this. Look at how wore out this thing is. It's not like these things were not used. Like, people used this stuff back in the day. Still trying to figure it out. Even if it would break along the way, room for improvement later on down the road. Pretty cool piece, pretty cool find. Don't see many of these. I'll probably put it in some type of a display. Maybe I have to buy a dozer or a cable shovel to put on it. I'm assuming this was just side loading all the time, because there's no way you're humping up over any of these axles. So I guess let me get this unloaded and see what it looks like on the ground. So here's this little trailer dolly. I'm assuming it had some type of a landing gear once upon a time, because it's got some action in here, like it had some type of a post or something. Don't know what it was actually for. I guess I got to look up maybe some old pictures on Google if there is anything. Maybe somebody has one restored. I can actually make sense of what this is. But it's pretty cool. I may do something with it. I just don't know what kind of display I want to use it for. And then when I went to get it loaded on the trailer, the guy goes, "Hey, you want a rail car tank end or whatever?" I'm like, yeah, whatever, load it up. Kind of cool because it's still got the really old rivets on it. Be a really cool repurpose for something. Not sure what, but I guess time will tell. Some sleepless nights, I may think of something. And then here is the Holy Grail. Well, not quite the Holy Grail, but it's just kind of neat. Somebody obviously built this for what I said earlier. It's just a side load, whichever way. Maybe put a small cable shovel or a small dozer on it, maybe a big dozer. I mean, it does have a banana in the middle. You can't quite tell in the photos, but it's there. And I don't see anything resembling any type of deck boards. So this is like what it was used for. It's got maybe some wear bars right there to keep some, I don't know, some damage happening to the beams. Maybe somebody's afterthought, I don't know. It's going to be really neat once I get this all situated. Like I said, might have to find a machine to display it correctly. Somebody obviously had some time. There was a lot of time involved making this. Hate to see it go to scrap, because that's where it was going. Maybe you can get a real good look at it now. That's not Timken. And then of course, nobody ever thought about when they were building this, that they just lopped off the linkages, thinking that maybe, hey, one day somebody's going to make a YouTube video about this. Maybe we should keep it more intact. Friggin' guys. But anyway. I guess it's kind of neat just to repurpose the homemade look to it. Even all of this. I mean, look at all this. Somebody did some pretty tricky thinking to make this steer correctly. I wonder if it still moves. I'll have to look into that a little bit. But these are ridiculous stout. I can't believe how bulky this thing is. Looks like they even... Yeah, this isn't factory. All this stuff is just welded. Because this was a front axle, so here's the beam. Why did they put that? They must have put that there for maybe the stopper for this when it swings back and forth. Pretty cool stuff. You don't really see these every day. And that is one heavy piece of cast. I guarantee it is not hollow in anything there. It's a lot like the magnitude of this thing. This is a late 20s Brockway. It's in my other videos, the things that I started out with when I first started the channel. Clearly somebody needed the head in the worst way and just never put it back on. And it's got these baby beams, so obviously there was a height issue because there's about 6 inches from the bottom to the ground there. So height was obviously, well, for loading purposes it would have been a lot easier when it's short. Pretty cool, but anyway, I got nothing more to say. It's neat, but it's not enough neat to make a half-hour show out of it. So thanks for watching. Anybody have any insight on them? Ever seen anything? Feel free to comment. Until next time, I'll see you at the next one.